Hi Gemini, Happy New Year. This is Chronic Joy Tarot, and this is going to be your January 2018 general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Or maybe not January, whenever you happen upon this video is actually the right time for you to experience the guidance. The way that I read, if you're new to my channel, is really less about predictions and others' influences on your life. It's more about your own soul, where you stand now, and what you can focus on in order to transform it even higher. It's all about you, okay? All right, Gemini, the oracle card I pulled, I love this card for you so much, is Wind, because you are air. The activation, the sign of activation, wind. This is talking about how, wind and air itself, it can be so subtle as to sort of, tickle the hairs on your arm when it's gently blowing, or it can be so fierce that it's literally, wipes out structures, right? Wind it's the movement and the energy of it. It's amazing. No matter what the intensity of it, wind will activate us. So it is time for you at this point is to take a little action. Okay? If you've been feeling a little out of sorts, a little bit lethargic and kind of like out of it and not really focused, it's time to move. Go take a walk, take a hike, do a little dancing quietly, listen to some music that activates your hearing, which sparks the pleasure centers in your brain. If you're an artist, create your art, and that activates your emotions, or aligns you with your emotions. It's just time to engage in an activity of some sort and be fully present, so that you sort of forget about your surroundings and you get into that sort of timeless, union with your creativity. Okay? But your physical activity is important right now. Okay? So let's see what that path means for you in the Zen Tarot spread. This is the flying bird spread. We have a liftoff point here, and then we take flight to a new level of awareness. The left wing is depicting internal emotions, internal energies that you're experiencing that may or may not show up and others might not be aware of, but you are. And the right wing are external, sort of how these energies play off and show up in your daily life. Your starting point here, Gemini, when it comes to this activation, taking action, making a movement, energy is new vision. Yeah. It's time to shift it. It's time to allow new ways of doing things and seeing things and looking at things to come into your experience. And that can happen by taking action. If you, I don't know, if you love to dance, just dance. And, dance alone in your house. The creativity will start to churn. And you'll start to see, maybe if there's been a problem or a solution that's been eluding you, getting moving and literally moving the energy could bring that solution that you may have never thought of to light. It could come to you. Okay, so this is good. You're on a new path. You're on this new way of attempting, attacking your life. Internally, the most important energy here is this one here, this internal card, the first step from, that's on the way to your progress, because not achieving this energy could block your progress. Staying aware of it and absorbing it into your experience will help you to move forward. And the energy there is letting go. So yeah, if you have that goal in mind, or, whatever it is, if it's a relationship or a project or work or an internal transformation that you're trying to achieve. Maybe you have a deep-seated anger issue, and you're trying to, work through that. You'll get it, first of all, by movement, doing something, right? And then internally, keep working on letting it go. let that, if you look at this lily pad, the little droplets of water just roll off and fall. It just falls away. It's not a matter of forcing it away or holding on to it until you're ready to throw it away or whatever, right? It's just allowing it to go. There are some internal energies within you that you do need to let slide and let move on to develop into new ways of being. In your external world, so experiencing, this card shows this figure walking through the forest and being with the tree. But she's not only with the tree is with her. It's hugging her, it's wrapping its branch around her, and she's actually feeling every texture, she's seeing every color, she's smelling every smell, really just absorbing the life that's here. And if your sense of motion comes in the form of maybe a hike or being out in nature, a beach walk or a forest walk or whatever, take the time to really breathe it all in. Let the internal chatter that's going on within you that's keeping you feeling kind of out of it and kind of unsure, let that fall away and just be with the life that's right here. That's the way you can move on. That's the way you can get your progress going again. Okay, next internal energy is the consciousness card. I love this because you're gaining this. You're moving higher and higher. Every new awareness level that you come to is appreciated and absorbed and enjoyed, and you know you're not done. You know you're continuing to raise your consciousness, and you know that in that process, you're getting closer to your desires, because the inside work is the most important work to do. The actual movement helps to open up that inside work without really having to focus on it, right? Because like I said, listening to music, it activates those centers in your brain that bring pleasure. Actually maybe the flow of your paintbrush and the movement of your paintbrush, lets your creativity flow out, and it keeps you aligned with your true self. So those little activities are important for your internal growth, okay? In your outside world, this card reminds me a lot of the experience card, except that it's talking about movement, which is the base of your reading. Traveling. Life is there. It's the path that's there. You can choose which parts of the path to stick to, and you can either just go straight line, or you can take the high and the low and you can roll with it. You can stop at one point and just choose to stay there and not move any further, but that's when the stagnation comes, and that's when this activation is really important. Okay? But you're moving it, you're doing it, you're good. Okay? You're good, Gemini. Internally, your top internal energy here is totality. So you'll find yourself soon in the zone. This activation, this movement card, this call for you to start anything, do something, right, to get things churning again, will bring you to that zone. You'll be in the zone. You'll be in that place where, my focus is so sharp. I'm so determined, and I feel so certain of myself within, okay? And without, in your outer world, it results in this integration. I love it. Integration of your internal and external self, integration of your masculine and feminine side, integration of your, what you perceive to be quote unquote good and bad qualities, integrating it all into that whole being that you're on your way to becoming. Okay, I hope this reading was connected for you and that you guys enjoyed it. If so, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, share, all the things and all the ways that you help me keep my channel going. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you on the next reading. Take care. Bye.